What stands out most in your life, from the time you can recollect up until today? What's the greatest point in your life?
Well, living right and doing the right thing was all I ever wanted to do. I never wanted to do nothing wrong, and God would never let me do nothing wrong. I couldn't ever do nothing like nobody else. I never went to a show in my life. I never went to no kind of parties or nothing. I never saw one.
You've had quite a bit of sickness.
Yes, I've had the pneumonia fever about 30 times.
And your recent stay in the hospital, you had double pneumonia.
Yeah.
And is this the only time you've had double pneumonia?
Yeah, that's the only time I've had double pneumonia. I had abscess one time on my lungs.
This is what created the whole business of pneumonia.
Yeah.
It's the start of my abscess.
Yeah, it was. I've had it ever since.
Maybe let's talk a little now about the farming up Clayton Hughes' farm. Get on them dog tails. I'm the second eldest child of my mother's year, and I guess I used to live a life that she wasn't too proud of. I was always sort of a wild man, and we get back to the farming and stuff, and I always mix my work with a little pleasure. I always get my dogs and my guns and so forth, and I remember one particular time, I had a Jeep that was going to deliver a bunch of pups, and Ray Calhoun is dead now, and Lloyd Hughes and Bernie Webb. Bernie's a good friend of mine. He's pretty sick now. We went to the Headroom Creek to eat something one night. We'd take our guns and kill rabbits and stuff. And, while we was eating supper, this Jeep of mine got out there on an old holler stump, and she had a whole pile of puppies there. Ray got a big kick out of that. He got out and told people around over the country. While we was up there, this Jeep of mine brought these pups and said, I took a bean hamper up there and I filled the bean hamper full of pups, and she had so many. But we always had a good time. We always had a great time. And I remember distinctly, we used to farm out on old Uncle Mullis McKinney's land over there. It's kind of a, goat farm. It's steep, and you just almost had to have carts to see your bridges to stand up on that hill. It was steep. But our mother would take groceries from home, and she'd build up a little camping fire outside, and she'd cook her dinner for us. She had this little dog, his name was Trigger, and we was eating dinner, and she consumed and put away a pretty good lunch there, and she's still eating after we got done. This little old dog would fight for her. We'd stick her whole handles out at him, and he'd jump around the whole handles. We had most of his teeth broke out, letting him bite the whole handle. Mother's still eating, and I climbed up in a tree there and swung the tree out and manned it right down over my mother's head. She was still eating. So I kindly shook the tree a little, and the dog rolled his lips up and showed his teeth. he knew what I was going to do. And I asked my mother, I said, Mother, I said, ain't you going to eat no dinner? I was kind of making light of her. And about that time I give the tree a big shake, and the dog jumped around. He unknotted the tree and picked one on up and drove that dog up. You can't believe how far it drove. My mother got a little excited. She was going to say, my goodness, I've eaten enough. And she misrepresented the word there and said a pretty bad word. She never would recognize it. She said that, she always denied it. But she did get a little excited. We had hard times, but then we had a lot of good times to go along with it.
Yes, we did. And we had that first, Claytonsville, we had a little dog up there, even with a pair with the sun fried to her corn. And we put her seed corn in the bucket and set it and covered it up. And that little dog stayed there till Monday, and mine didn't eat that seed corn till we went back up here Monday. He was sitting there with that
Don't let nothing bother.
seed corn, and he ate that seed corn.
But we'll have a few other rough times, but then through them rough times, I suppose you've had a lot of good
I
times.
had a glorious time, yes, I certainly did. I enjoyed every bit of it.
The thing about it is, you brought your children up in the way of the Lord, and the way the Bible says. Then after they've all got old, none of them's never departed from it.
That's right, that's right.
We all don't agree eye to eye and see eye to eye, but all of us believes in the Lord Jesus Christ, and that's what makes all the difference.
That's it. And I'm so proud that they're like they are.
If you had any closing remarks that you'd like to leave with everybody, what would it be?
Well, I'd leave this, that I would like for everybody to go to that wonderful place where I got to go to. I'd like to know that everybody was ready to go there.
Thank you very much for giving us your life story today.